Hi everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs, and I'm here with a couple of flip throughs of my paper bag file folder journals. They kind of are ephemera holders that for bags and file folder, and you kind of have to see it. I did one before, and this is another one, and I just wanted to kind of go through both of these just so that people could see what was in them. One of them is reserved for someone. The other one will go in my Etsy shop. But anyway, they're a little bit different than my other one that I did, so I thought I'd go ahead and do a flip through. I'm also going to attach my playlist of how I made these, because we did make this on my channel. Okay, so first off, I'll just grab one and I'll go through one a little bit more detailed than the other, and then I'll probably just flip through the other one really quick. First of all, it's a paper bag, just a regular shopping bag, and it is kind of closed at the bottom, so you have a pocket, and it doesn't open up all the way, and that's so that when you put things in it, it basically pops out the top. On the outside, it has all kinds of ephemera and tags and whatever. This is really made for someone who maybe wants to do a junk journal, December daily, anything like that, that they want to be able to create on their own and add their own things or whatever, but everything's here for you. Okay, there is lace, and a lot of vintage lace and pockets all on the outside of both of these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull everything out, and most of the things that I've got, it's from the Artsology kit. I have a few things from My Porch Prints and a few things from the Graphics Fairy premium site. So that's pretty much it. There may be a few other things here and there. And then I have a few scrapbook papers, and that's pretty much it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and just pull these out. First off, the bag itself is 8 by 11. So it has pockets and everything on both sides. So I'm going to just pull things out, and these are all things that you can use for your journal. And I'm not going to go through all of them. This is just a little card inside there. I'm not going to pull everything out. There's a lot of cut off tags and things in there so that you could use those. There's lots of pockets and things that are already cut out. This is a copy of a very vintage postcard. Here's another pocket. This is an envelope. Here's another little pocket. Okay, and in here you have an entire set of numbers if you want to go ahead and use this as a December daily. And this is what the outside of the bag looks like without everything in it. So it has this lace and trim and, sari silk on there. And then it's got this little green bow that's made out of vintage fabric. Most of this is all vintage. And then the little poinsettia. And then on the other side, we've got the sari silk ribbon right up here. And this is all made. If you want to use those things, you can. So I'm going to just keep pulling things out so you can see what all you get. Get these tags. A file folder. And most of these pieces were cut out of cardstock, so, and if they were flimsy, then I backed them. So they're ready to go. You can ink them up, put your ribbons or do whatever it is you want on them. And in this little bag, you get all of these little extras. And they came with the Artsology kit. You get these cute little tickets. I didn't want to put them in there because I thought they'd get lost. You get all of these little banners. You could use them for paper clips, anything that you want. And you also get these tabs. So that all, and then you get to use this cute little bag. You can put that in your journal. Okay, so that's just the outside of the bag. Now we're going into the, let me get it out. And I'm going to get the journal out so we can get it out. And then this is the file folder. This is a legal size file folder that has been folded in half, and pockets were made on it and sewn and decorated. So you've got stuff on both sides and in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling stuff out of here. You get this, another little envelope with the card, file folder, and all of these cute little things you can put on the tags. There's a lot of cutoffs from the paper, and this is coffee dyed paper that you can, you know, decorate up. The tag that I put in there, I meant for you to be able to decorate. You know, I just put paper on there for a base. That's, you know, and there's lots of little pockets and things all cut out. I didn't put them in the journal because I figured the person that gets that can decide where they want it. It's another little pocket. And then here is a really cute little envelope. Okay. I'm not going to go through that part. Let me do the other side. There's just all kinds of stuff. I mean, you would have enough, I think, to do more than one journal if you wanted to. Here is another postcard. And lots of pockets. Lots of extra papers. Lots of things you can use to put on a tag and decorate it. And this is, there's nothing in the envelope on this one. But, okay, now that you've gotten to the file folder, this is what it looks like on the outside. This is one side. These are all vintage buttons. The little poinsettia, and this is all vintage lace here. Here again, we have some vintage parts of the tablecloth, some white poinsettias and some red, and a little flower that's been cut out. And we have these big tags that I made, and I use this as part of the Artsology kit. And this is really just a starting point for you to decorate if you would want to, okay? And there's one on the other side also. So you have those three big tags that you can decorate. And now we get to the inside. And in the inside, we have all these little bags. And there's two pockets in there. There's one big long pocket here and one on the other side. And that's where all this stuff is housed, okay? So I guess I'll start with the big bag. And they all have washi tape on them, so you can take the washi tape off if you want to. In this is all the cutoffs that you get. You know, if you want to make tags or tucks or whatever, pockets, you can do that. You've got all this. Okay, so I'm going to put all that back in there. All right, then this little bag, and of course you can use the bags to put in your journal. That's why I'm trying not to rip them, or the washi tape. Some washi tape is better than others. All right, I think this bag got a little rip, so I'll put another bag in there. Yep, okay. Inside here, you get all of this cool ribbon and lace to use in your journal. So you get all that. Let me go ahead and kind of put that back in there. I'm going to have to do another bag anyway, so so you get all that to go in your journal and use it all over for whatever you want. I kind of did this so that this would be a great gift to give somebody that wanted to do a junk journal and didn't have, you know, I had a niece tell me that it's hard to start because you have to have so many little things, and I thought this would be a great way to get somebody started. Okay, so these, you've got all these really cool things in here. You've got these tickets, you've got these tongue depressors, some receipts, some guest checks, some Rolodex cards. And a lot of people, you know, you don't want to buy big hordes of things just to make one journal. Library pocket. This is a vintage library card. Here is a divider. You've got some other index cards there. These are vintage cards here. Those are vintage also. This is a vintage card also. And you've got some more cards here. You've got that card. You've got a red card. You've got some different receipts over here. You've got a bingo card, another receipt, another Rolodex weekly time card, and then you've got multiple different doilies here. So you've got a lot to start out with and work with. So that gives you what you would need. Put those in there. All right. And then in this one, try not to rip the bag like I did. I think that other washi tape was just stronger. And in this last bag, and again, of course, you can always use the bag. That's why I put different bags in there so that you would have multiple different bags that you could put in your journal. This is a smaller bag. And then you have some vintage fabric, and these are all vintage that you could use in your journal. Okay. And that is not all, folks. Okay. Then you have a journal. Okay. This is the outside of the folder. So this is what it looks like on both sides. Okay. So I want to make sure you see that. And then I'm pretty sure I showed you the outside of the bag, but anyway, that's it. Has vintage buttons, poinsettia, and then all of that on the other side. Okay, so here is the journal, and this journal is one signature journal. It has 80 pages. I'm sorry, 80 pages in it. It is. Where did I do my ruler? I thought I had it out. Here we go. Okay. It is about 5 3/4 by 8 1/4. Or probably 8. I think I did it 8. Yeah, it's 8. Okay, so, and it is just a one signature journal. The outside of it is paper. The paper has kind of a coating on it, and it's a double cardstock. It's pretty thick. It's sewn all the way around it. It's got Tyvek on the inside to reinforce it. Plus, it's got gauze and this fabric, and then it also has 2 layers of vintage lace or trim in here. It has 3 vintage buttons here. Then it has these poinsettias down here and up there. It has a tie closure, and the picture on the front is covered in beeswax, so it doesn't, it's somewhat protected, and like the cover has like a protection on it too. And you just open that up, And that is the cover. I think that's a pretty lady. And on the inside, the first part of it, you have just a little pocket in front. So there's nothing in it. I didn't put anything in it or decorate this at all. So other than the pockets that I put in it and a few things. This is the Artsology. You're going to see a lot of the Artsology papers in here. And that's what I used in both of these. This is my stencil coffee dyed paper, Artsology. This is part of the scrapbook paper. This is my wine dyed paper. This is a pocket that I put in, so it's a long pocket. It's on the other side of an envelope, so you could put a long tag or a couple of them in there. And some more of my paper, green paper. Some more of that paper. I tried to mix it up and make it to where you could do. Now, all of these papers are parchment papers, so they're very strong. You could add pockets, do whatever you want to them. This is very strong. This is all of these papers are from the scrapbook paper, and it is coffee dyed on the back. Coffee dyed paper. And these papers are really cute. This is the middle of the signature. And all I did is tie this in case you wanted to add something to it. You could. So it's not decorated simply for the fact that someone may want to do that. This is my wine dyed paper. Excuse me. And some more. This is coffee dyed paper. I missed one. This is the masking paper. I love that little crunch that you get. And this is a little pocket made out of a coffee dyed envelope. So all right, so that is it. And there's another pocket in the back, and I didn't put anything in there. So that is it. So that is pretty much the gist of this whole thing. Is it's pretty much a, you know, almost a kit to do your own journal. And that is that one. And I'm going to take all the stuff. I'm not going to put it in there now. It won't be in the same order if you get it. Probably that you saw it, but all of these things will be in there. And each journal is a little bit different. I used the papers that I had. I didn't put exactly the same ones in them, but I didn't put them in the same order. Okay, so here's the next one, and it's basically the same thing. I'm not going to go into the detail. I'm going to pull everything out again very, very quickly, just so you can see the bag and all the things that are in it. Again, this gives you the same things in it that the other one did. The tickets, the tags, the tabs, and this cute little bag. And that's the outside of the bag, and it's got this cute little bow that's made with the vintage fabric. And most of this fabric is vintage. A few pieces are not, but most of it is. And the buttons are all vintage. And here's the other side. Okay, and this has your numbers in it. Put that back in there. Envelope, another postcard. Okay, so that's the outside of this bag, and they're both a little different, you know, just however I felt like doing it. I didn't really try and make them the same. So there you go. And let's take these out. Put that aside. And then here again is our... And this thing's really stuffed, so let me get it out. It's kind of wedged in there. I don't want to rip the bag. Hold on just a second. There we go. All right, so let me just start undoing this. It takes a while to stuff all this stuff in there. Okay, there's an envelope with a card in it. And pretty much it's the same as we did in the other one. I put all the elements of the kit the same in here, and then there's probably the other elements from the Graphics Fairy are very similar or the same. So that's that side. See, that's where we sewed it together and then we added pockets. So, okay. And then this side. And then we have our big tags that I made, and these are really set up for you to decorate the way you want. And then the insides, let's pull all that out. Got one extra bag in there. And they all have the same thing that the other one did, so I'm not going to pull all that out, okay? I only pulled this out just so that you could see the outside of the file folder. And this is the one that would be for sale. So everything that was in the other bag is identical to what would be in this. Okay, so that's that. That's that. And then here is the actual journal. This one has a lady in red, and that's how you'll see the difference. The green one that's reserved will say reserved. If for some reason that person doesn't want to purchase it or doesn't purchase it within 2 days, then what I'll do is I'll take it off reserved and it'll be available. But this one is available, okay? And she has the red, and then there have the poinsettias, and the cover's a different color too. It has more red in the background, and it's got the sari silk, the same trim and everything on the outside. Anyway, and the same, it's 80 pages. It does have a pocket here and a pocket there, okay? So I'm going to go in this one, and we'll go the same size also. So we'll just flip through it. Oh, and this is another envelope that was coffee dyed envelope. And I didn't put anything on here. The person can decorate it, or you can leave it and write on it. And I did this lighter paper so you can write on it. This is the middle of the signature. Again, I tied this off, so left it long in case you want to put anything on there. This is a long pocket in case you want to put like maybe 1 or 2 of those bigger tags. Again, this is all of these pages are on parchment paper, which if you haven't used it, it's very strong. So if you want to put pockets and things on it, it will hold up. This is all the coffee dyed papers. And, you know, it is set up for somebody just to go in there and decorate and do what they want to do. And then here is that pocket. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's my 2 journals. Thank you for watching. This one will be in my Etsy shop, and I will attach my playlist as to how we made this. I think it was just 2 videos, so if you want to watch and see what we did and how we did it on my channel, it goes into pretty good detail. And the one that's reserved, if they for some reason don't get it, it won't have reserved. And my Etsy shop is Rehatch Designs 2, the number 2, and then the letter U. Rehatch Designs to U. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Bye.